Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another fresh episode of Ways Breakfast. Hashtag What Are You Saying? It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and on this platform, as always, we explore young and vibrant perspective on issues that greatly concern us across board on all spheres of life, from politics to governance, you name it. And today is not going to be any different. My name is Oluchi Precious Omenka, and I came with the full squad. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Is there a day that will come when you will not do this,
No,
madam?
no, no.
Maybe
it's
she
a
has plans to
signature
be
thing.
like the governor's wife,
Nah.
or
Really?
maybe a monarch,
Nah.
But
or
it
maybe
can't be in this
a
country.
runway
Nah.
model.
I think it's just the mentality or the mindset that okay.
So in your mind, you're a
God has
king.
no, God, no. Yeah, I'm not even a king. I supersede that, right?
God.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I am actually a God because even the Bible says "Ye are gods."
Okay.
Understand? So I am a God
Okay,
on my own.
Her Royal
So
Highness.
yeah, nah.
How have you been?
It's Nigeria.
How have you been? How's your week been? It's Thursday. It's running very
Oh
fast.
my God, I'm fine. How are you?
You can't just say that you're fine like that. You did birthday yesterday. Where all the gifts, everything that
Oh,
happened.
I'm
You want to just put it aside. You're fine.
The cake
Full
was
stop.
very
Wahale.
sweet.
I did miss it.
You always
Oh no, no,
miss it.
yours is here
I'm
now.
always
Come on.
missing. No, please,
No,
please,
yours
please.
is here. Yours is here.
Mine is here, right?
Yours is here. Don't worry. I got you covered.
Well,
All right. How have you been, Shola?
I've been great. I've been doing pretty well. It's Thursday, like you said, it's raining. I think I love the fact that it's raining. There's no time, please. No time.
Where are
to
you
check
running
time.
to? Well, today is Thursday. We're going to be discussing a very interesting topic regarding relationship. I'm sure you guys are ready. What is the hair for?
You know, when we started this whole thing, and she said she's coming for some certain kind of people. Honestly speaking,
I said what I
I
said.
can't wait.
I cannot
This
wait.
is
And
an
I'm
TV
sure-
for
I
you.
love the fact that
And
you
I'm
said
sure
what
our
you said,
viewers as
and
well
I can't wait
cannot
to
wait.
hear what you want to say.
Today we're going to be discussing the impact of cultural differences in our relationships. But before that, we'll take a short break. When we return, we'll look at the headlines across the Nigerian newspapers. Stay with us. Welcome, viewers. It's still Ways Breakfast. Hashtag What Are You Saying? To be part of our conversation and be one of the first persons to know what's happening on this platform, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV. You can also send us a message on our WhatsApp number, and we would love to read it. So we're starting with the Punch newspaper. The major headline says, IOCs still causing crude supply crisis. Dangote refinery cries out. IOC is referring us to international trading arms for crude purchase, says Dangote refinery. Firms still pushing for dollar payment, says Koran, flays middlemen for hijacking supply. North tops applicant list as federal government disburses student loan. And over 600,000 Nigerians sought asylum abroad under Buhari. UI student protest 10-hour electricity rationing tuition hike. 401 Osun local government caretaker excos resign over Supreme Court's judgment. Above the major headline, we see Senate sacks Ndume as chief whip over anti-Tinubu's comment. PDP governors ask federal government to fast-track minimum wage talks. And federal government gets over 75 trillion naira World Bank loan. Or I take that back. Federal gets over $751 million World Bank loan, and Tinubu seeks extra 6 trillion naira as 2024 budget hits 34.9 trillion naira. And that's what we have for the Punch newspaper. I'll take the the student loan story. because I heard of someone who was trying to apply for the whole student loan, and he had not paid his school fees at that time. So he wanted to, because portal was closing. If you had not paid your school fees, you can't write exams and all of that. And I was asking how the whole processing was. It was so, what's the word now? The protocol was just a lot. I mean, it's normal. Anything that has to do with payments in this country that will pass from up to down has to go through a lot of bureaucracies, protocols, system structures and all of that. And then it took a lot of time. I think he eventually backed out. And then this news is saying that they are claiming that the northern people, they are topping, their students are one of the people that are actually even more interested in this student loan compared to people in the south and in the west and in the east. And
this is coming after they pulled out from the proposed nationwide protest. Interesting. 1+1.
Which proposed?
There's a proposed nationwide protest that youth nationwide wants to come out to protest against the economic hardship. I hope you've been seeing it online. The North pulled out. The Arewa youth people pulled out. They said they are not interested. And this news is coming.
That they are
makes more sense.
One of the people that are very, very interested in the student loan, and they are topping it. And honestly, I believe that, well, it can work out. Let's just see how this first one goes, because I've heard of some grants, at least scholarship grants, education student grants that actually really work out. So let's see how this goes. And I read this story. I wanted to say something that was very interesting here. The managing director of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, Dr. Akintunde Sawyer, says students of higher institutions based in Nigeria's south are not applying for loans because they doubt the viability. I want to say it's not our fault, sir. Sawyer said this when he briefed State House correspondents after the launch of the disbursement of loans to applicants by President Bola Tinubu. He noted that more students from the north applied for the loans owing to better coordination by tertiary institutions in the region. And I'm wondering, really? Institutions in that area, are they more coordinated than here?
He says they are coordinated.
Okay.
So they are actually coordinated.
So he is advising us to drop our skepticism and believe the government, the federal government, and apply for the loan if you need it. And that's what we have on the Punch newspaper.
Well, going straight to the pages of the Guardian newspaper, the first story here reads, Nigeria nears 14 trillion naira deficit as Tinubu adds 6.2 trillion naira to budget. Right under it, petrol landing costs surged to 1,117 naira per litre. PDP governor slammed Tinubu over Nigeria's mismanaged economy. Shock therapy alone will not cure Nigeria's economic ills, says Financial Times. UI student protest fee electricity tariff hike blocks school entrances. Then from Edo State, court reinstates Shaibu as Edo deputy governor. Then the story beside it reads, Ndume's demotion stocks warning of collapse for APC democracy. And the story that piques my interest is that of Nigeria's debt, as Nigeria nears 14 trillion naira deficit, as Tinubu adds 6.2 trillion naira to the budget. I read the details of the story in a bit. The detail says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has forwarded to the Senate for consideration and approval for the injection of 6.2 trillion naira into the 27.5 trillion naira 2024 budget. The president, in the request via letter read on the floor of the Senate by Senate President Godswill Akpabio during plenary, specifically sought for the withdrawal of 3.2 trillion naira from the Consolidated Revenue Fund for capital expenditure. The president, in his second leg of the request, sought withdrawal for another 3 trillion naira from the Consolidated Revenue Fund for additional recurrent expenditure for the year ending on December 31, 2024. I do not want to go into more details of the trillions and millions and billions of naira. But what I'd like to say to it is the fact that we are injecting 6.2 trillion naira to the budget we have on ground already. And we are shouting food inflation has entered 40%. And we are shouting, Tinubu got a new private jet. And we are shouting, Nigeria is fast becoming an underdeveloped country. And here we are adding bills upon bills and money upon money. I saw a long clip recently where a guy was explaining how Nigerian politicians make their money, how everybody gets a cut from this budget allocation, let's build schools. You'll be surprised that all the contractors that end up doing this project, they're either siblings to the sitting senator, or maybe even it might even be the company of the sitting senator. And I'm asking, it's supposed to be a circle that's supposed to go around. Apparently, it has either stopped at the diameter or at the circumference because it's no longer going around. And it's so sad because we are developing. We've been developing for how long now? But right now, we are fast turning to, we are looking like we're going to, I don't want to mention African countries that are still dealing with Russia. God bless Nigeria. Please, let's move to the next.
All right, no comment on that. New York Times newspaper. So the right side of the newspaper has Menendez guilty is scheme to sell political favors. First United States senator convicted for acting as foreign agent, he vows appeal. But the left has contradictions cloud inquiry into shooting. Next to that, bullets gaze seen as a sign of God's protection. But the left has Biden's own circle is shrinking as anxiety in the party expands. Beneath that, tough lawyers have not relieved the distress at nursing homes. The headline that, the last headline on the newspaper has war and disarray erode Ukraine's parliament. All right, the headline that, let me intrigues me a bit because it's something that I feel like it's also here in Nigeria, we have a whole lot of that. And it says, bullets grease seen as sign of God's protection. So all of us knew what happened with Donald Trump, and it's how
campaign.
Yeah, and it's how some persons now, not even some persons, most of them now in some parts of America, I just feel like with what has happened to Donald Trump, it shows that he's a strong man. It shows that this must be a sign of God's protection. You know, this shows that God is backing this, is backing Donald Trump and all of this. And it just makes me laugh sometimes because, in short, there's something we want to discuss at Gossip Gala today, and honestly, I can't wait to even jump on that. It's how most of us just assume things on God's behalf. Like, how do you know that this person is actually protected by God? How do you know that this person is actually being backed by God?
It's politics, sis. You have to create a beautiful story out of any mess.
No, it's not from the angle of from Trump now. If it's Trump saying this, it's quite different. I'll know that, oh, this is actually like a political whatever, right? This is actually from people, like the citizens of America actually thinking this. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But it's not God's protection. Honestly, somebody survived it.
Are you whining me?
I don't think.
I am not
disputing
whether God's protection or not. I'm not disputing that. But bringing it now to politics, instead of you to now look at who better suits America, like right, who is going to work and take America forward. Instead, you are from the conception or from the idea or the ideology that because of what happened to this man, he's going to rule America well. That's what I'm saying.
Well, away from that, just to mention it quickly, yes, I know it will be talked about later on our primetime show. Today, July 18, is Nelson Mandela's Day, and we cannot but talk about how awesome, how great this man is in South Africa. So a lot of activities are done to mark this day. This is we just informing you that today is Nelson Mandela Day. More details in our primetime show. Make sure you watch it.
All right, so that's all we have for the headline news this morning. Stick with us. When we return, we'll dive into the hot topic for today.
Imagine the world where the voices of the youth finally get the spotlight they deserve.
Welcome to Ways Breakfast, the groundbreaking show where young minds unite together to tackle issues that truly matter.
We're flipping the script on traditional morning talk shows, and this is your chance to hear the youth speak out.
We're not just skimming headlines, we're diving deep into the heart of topics that impact us all.
From politics to governance, tech innovations, mental health, and trendy social issues.
We don't just discuss, we ignite conversations that inspire change and spark action.
Join us every morning for fresh, young, and vibrant perspectives
That empowers the next generation to make a difference.
Start your day right with Ways Breakfast, because when the youth speak, the world listens. Ways Breakfast, weekdays at 8 a.m. live on Upgrade TV. Welcome, viewers. If you're just joining us, this is Ways Breakfast, hashtag What Are You Saying? And today, Thursday, we have a very interesting topic to discuss on the impact of cultural differences in relationship. As we know, Nigeria is a melting pot of ethnicities, religions, and traditions, each bringing unique perspectives on dating, marriage, family life. And as we navigate our way through modernity and globalization, it's important to reflect on how these cultural differences actually influence our relationship. And that's the background to our discussion, ladies. It's a very interesting one, right?
Yeah, you can say that again.
I
It's a
can say
very
that
interesting
again.
one.
Yeah, ready for us? Omo Yoruba.
So I tried to look into statistics before coming to the show. I tried
All
to
right.
look at the
Please
statistics
give us
of
the
people
facts.
getting married but there was not like a stable one. The last one I saw was 2017. I've been trying to look deeper. So I didn't see like 80% or like 20%. So there's no fact and figure to it. So on the flip side, they said there are more than 50 ethnic groups in Nigeria, which we all know, and we do not have some tribes getting married to some tribe. I feel like this is not updated because, like I said, it's 2017. So I'll just speak about right now. We're talking about inter-ethnic marriage, which is maybe Yoruba getting married to
Other tribes.
other tribes.
I
Let's
think
start
we
from
should
the
make it a
parents.
bit vast. You know, relationship is not just centered on marriage. We can see friendship, we
But
can
friendship.
see business partnership, just very vast. But of course, relationship is usually the most juicy and most spoken about. So
So let's start with how do we meet other people? Because there's a way we meet other people. Let's say NYSC camps, orientation camps, let's say schools, let's say maybe traveling, maybe when you're in plane, maybe when you're going in the bus. That's how we meet other people. And then we start to see that we share the same beliefs. Okay, this person actually resonates with us. Okay, I can actually taste their food. Yes, I've stayed with someone before who was from Delta, and it was later I enjoyed banga soup. I love eating white soup. I don't know, there's this way it's done, and I enjoyed it. Now let's bring it down to relationships. Before there can be something called relationships, I mean, there would have been like a talking stage, like they call it. There would have been like two people come together to talk for a period of time, and then agree to go into a romantic relationship. Now we are talking about if it works out at the end of the day. The big question is if it will work out or not is largely dependent on them and their parents. I am a Yoruba babe. There are some things that they've told me as a child.
Yoruba babe.
Should I say Yoruba mommy?
Yoruba girl, lady.
Oh, my apologies.
But that's
Sorry, I
fine.
was trying to go the Gen Z with I said talking stage, yeah. So I'm a Yoruba lady. There are things that my parents have said to me as a child. Oh, I don't want to start mentioning tribes. I know we'll still do that. We are still Yoruba, but they already say they don't want Akoko. They don't want Ijebu.
Ibadan.
They don't
Say
want,
Ibadan people
there's Eruwa, there's a part of Ibadan that they really do, they don't want Eruwa. And I'm asking why. I said, don't ask me question. Continue me affair. And we just let it die down like that. But they constantly said it to our ears. Now, as we ourselves now grow up, we now realize that, okay, there's a tribe that we can marry from. There's a tribe, I love an Igbo guy, but I feel like I cannot marry from Igbo, which is coming to you. Why is it that you Igbos find it hard to marry outside of your tribe? I mean, Anambra Igbo will not want to marry Enugu Igbo. Enugu Igbo will not want to marry Imo State Igbo. Why is that?
It's always easy for someone who is not in that tribe to know what we are doing in that place.
Exactly.
So like she said, she
That's why we have
disagree.
I disagree.
That's actually not true.
It's not
It's
true.
just the same dynamics with the Yoruba people. You just mentioned that if you are from Ekiti, you can marry an Ijebu. I mean, that's something like what you mentioned.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's really true with the Igbos,
yeah,
because
it's-
every Igbo person I know, we see ourselves
We see
together.
ourselves as one.
How many states in Igbo?
It's
you
just
guys
like
do
it's
not
just like
speak the
it's
same
just like
Igbo.
just like the Yorubas too. You guys don't speak the same Yoruba.
Yeah.
So I think the only people that I really don't know much, but I've actually not heard them say anything around this are the Hausa people. Like those people are too united. We are too together. I remember there was a time when I was going to school and I think one of the Hausa persons had an accident. Even the one that was carrying me had to stop because they want to go and check. Like they literally gather. So that's how together they are, right? Now for the Igbo people, we have something similar to that. Honestly speaking, although I know that there are still some Igbo people that feel like, okay, some part of Igbo, you should not get married to them.
Yeah.
And that's because we have a reason. And that's because of the way these persons in that environment or in that jurisdiction has behaved over time.
Probably
or
they're
how
outcast
outcasts. They are big on outcasts.
I think they call
people
them
that
Osu.
also, people that were like, in the olden days where we have outcasts and how, like, people that were set aside from the normal people, maybe because of they broke the tradition or they did something against the tradition, right? Ominala. Let's not
put Mira in the
go too
middle.
much.
When a hand is going in the same direction, going round, it means Ominala, and it's a god that you repeat the same day over and over again. You see, I'm Igbo now, by association.
Hallelujah.
Let's give her an Igbo name for today.
Chiamaka.
Chikodi.
I think the Chikodi works.
Chikodi fits her a lot. All right, so let's,
Okay.
we discussed about how I think our parents or the older generation are usually, they're the one that really foster these cultural
Yeah,
differences that we
yeah.
talk about a lot, because when we grow up and go into the university and mingle with people, modernization sets in, we're more open-minded. But then, of course, in every relationship, if you are from a traditional home, your parents always have a say. They should have a say, right? Even if you want to prove independence and all of that, they still have a major say.
Are you
and
sure?
so then, you don't know that?
No,
actually-
I know that, but do you think they should still be having a say? That's what I'm saying.
I
Given
was-
this also whatever now, I remember having a serious conversation with my dad, because I think him and my mom, they were having a conversation about someone that, so I think someone from his family that wanted to get married. But they found out that the girl was from the also whatever. And it's like, no, they cannot allow him marry her. And I'm like, I don't understand. She's a human being. Why can't you allow? He said, due to in the olden days and all of those things. And literally till now, they can't get married because nobody's going to follow him to go do any traditional thing.
Okay, before we even mention that getting married from other tribes are good or bad, let's just see the impact of it. Let's just be honest. I mean, the Yoruba people have a culture that is very unique to them. Their greetings. I mean,
Oh,
Igbo people,
they are big on
it's not,
that.
we're not rude or disrespectful, but we are not used to kneeling down and lying on the floor
Nobody
and
has time for
rolling.
that.
Call everybody auntie.
Uh-huh. But you people uphold that and we respect that. So let's say I'm trying to get married into a Yoruba house, not a Yoruba home.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's why we're having this conversation.
And then I'm an Igbo girl. How do
Oh
you
my
think I
Lord.
can handle these cultural differences so that there can be that perfect harmony in the marriage? That's what we're discussing. We're not saying that it's not like I don't like a Yoruba person or an Hausa person. We're just saying that culture really is different. And these
Yeah.
are two people that want to come together to build something. How can we create the perfect harmony?
Remind me of the name they call Yorubas, Pamo eating people.
Ndiofe Manu.
Okay, magic people, yeah.
Is it in the manual?
My apologies.
I think you needs a backup.
I
in
didn't
this
tell
situation.
you because the babe they talk like I did beg.
If there's one thing the Yoruba people are known for and very good for is hospitality. I mean, go to any Yoruba place, they are very good with hospitality. You will see call members going
I
to a
think
new
Igbo
Yoruba
people
place.
too.
Okay, defend yourselves. I'll
Yes,
speak for myself.
there's brotherhood. There's so
allow-
much
I want her-
brotherhood.
I want her to
Don't you
land
think your
before I say
brotherhood
anything.
is between yourselves? A Yoruba person will welcome an outside person, feed them. Ekabo, bawoni, ekunrin, sheti jeun, epele, enle. We have that
No,
greeting.
I do
As we're serving you
Viewers,
water.
please, we need you to comment on this.
What
so
do you
that
think?
As
Because
we're
We're
serving
serving
more
them,
hospitable.
as we're serving our guests water, we are giving them the best meat in the pot. We are giving them. I feel like Igbo people are restricted to Igbo people. I feel like it. You guys have the right to prove me wrong. Now let's talk about the
I kind of
interstate.
agree.
The interstate, exactly. Let's talk about the
kind of
interstate
agree.
marriage. If you want to date a Yoruba boy, unconsciously start to teach you the dialect, or maybe it's from Ekiti or from Ondo. You know, Yoruba is different from the dialect. They start
I
to
feel
teach you, okay, these are things we say. When you meet my mom, you kneel down, you say,
kneel
Ekaro,
down.
ma. You will not say Ekaro. You say Ekaro, ma. You say Ekaro, sir.
I even heard that there's the kind of greeting that is for elderly
Elder,
people. I
it
made
is
a
that
mistake one
that-
time. I was
I
trying
don't
to
know.
greet another. I think I used O or E. I was like, I'm sick, cautious, man.
See, we are huge on respect. I
they are
mean, we
big
are
on
very
it.
big on that.
know,
We
they are.
respect ourselves
They are.
age-wise. Yoruba is that tribe that will tell you, mommy, brother, Tokwe. Don't say mommy,
I
Tokwe.
swear.
Mommy, brother, Pablo. In fact, they want you to put brother
Brother.
with their pet names. Mommy, brother, or more. Mommy, auntie, or more. Do you understand? We are huge on those things. If you want to marry from a Yoruba family, you know that you have to learn that. It is something, it is, I'm trying to remember a word. It is not something you can bargain. You have to learn it. You have to learn some Yoruba soup. I noticed Delta people cook their soup very sticky. As a Yoruba person, we love to sip more in our soup. Oh. Please let it flow.
The fame man.
We like it to flow. So you coming together, we coming together to become one person. It means you're ready to accept my own religion, my own tribe, my own culture, my own style of eating, and I am ready to accept your own pattern of eating.
And has that been working out?
I think it has. Although I feel like Igbos don't like to marry outside. I don't know. I feel like Igbos do not like to marry outside.
I don't think that's
seen
true.
I think we've seen more of Calabar Yoruba marriage. We've seen more of Port Harcourt Yoruba marriage than Igbo Yoruba marriage. I feel like it's not common. And why is that? Everybody is scared of the Igbo culture. Now, which
Hey, Mira.
now let me ask. Let me ask.
Get a land.
Let me
for her.
ask.
Oh, yeah, land.
We've seen a movie, African Magic Igbo, that when the man dies, you people will come and collect land, collect property. It happened recently. There's a divorce lawyer that I followed that. It happened recently and I didn't follow. So I don't think I'm supposed to follow a divorce lawyer. There's a story I read.
It's no big deal now.
You can learn.
There's a
from it,
story
not
I
like-
read or I saw on a sister agency. Yeah, they talked about how the three sisters from the south came to Lagos and come and started to take property one by one. Is it true with the Igbo people?
Please
Sorry,
say that
repeat,
again.
repeat that. I didn't get that.
If a
It's not
Yoruba
land well.
person, or maybe someone that is not Igbo, marries an Igbo man, and God forbid, if he dies, maybe young, before he's supposed to die, who owns the property?
Okay, so traditionally...
100% honesty.
It's 100% honest. So before now, right, it used to be like that, right? Because they felt
Now
like...
of like, what,
wait
how many
now,
years ago?
Like a long time. Even though some traditional Igbo men still do that. But that's why we have the court. That's why we have a court. Nobody...
And legal processes now are getting
I-
better than how it was
because
then.
I remember a time where we studied something around this on constitutional law, and yeah, the constitution actually backs them up. So there's no how my daddy has a land now, and probably anything goes down, then somebody from somebody house will now come and say, oh, this is my brother's land and whatever. It doesn't happen right now. Anybody that it happens to is either you're ignorant, you don't know what the law says, or probably you don't have enough resources to fight back. Do you understand? Because the law would definitely give you your land on no account. There's so many cases on that, and trust me when I say the law is actually
Now let me
helping
throw it
women
to
now.
Oluchi. So it means if there's no law, you people will still come and collect the house and
It
the car.
is tradition.
It's
It
common
is
with every
culture.
other kind of. I
It
can't
is
mention anyone that
culture.
is very bad with the Yoruba people because I'm not so familiar with your culture. But every culture has that bad thing that should not even, blow out.
Does it happen with intra-marriage or it happens when you marry outside?
I think it
See,
happens
it's
even
both
if
of
you
them.
both
ways.
inter or out.
Both of them. As far as you get married to an Igbo man, right, that has a land, and he dies not now that you can actually just view your property and nobody's coming to tell you story. Immediately he dies, right? Literally, the brothers are coming to come and collect the land because just believe that, first of all, they believe that women are supposed to be taken care of. So with that mindset of women are supposed to be taken care of, there are some certain kind of responsibilities that are not supposed to be for women, which includes holding land or having land. Why are you having land when you have man in the house that's supposed to be taking care of that land and giving you the money? Do you understand the mindset? So it's not like they don't cherish their women. It's not like they don't love their women. They don't want to take care of their women. They do, but now it's more on I am the man. So I'm supposed to, it's my responsibility to take care of you. So why are you having land? Because it's a belief system that anybody that has land, it's more on the farming, whatever. I mean, that's what we do in the olden days. Yes. So whoever has a land is more like you're the one taking care of yourself. Do you understand? Because literally you're the one cultivating, you're the one making the money, you're the one taking care of the household. So why will a woman be having land? That's the mindset. Do you understand?
Like
so it's a cultural thing. Exactly. So it's not like it's because of how it has actually now been done. They have not brought in the whole diabolic and whatever in order to make sure that they become the man. So even when they know that okay, you already have land, you can actually just give this woman to continue wherever. Why are you trying to still get the one that her husband left for her? That's when it now becomes wickedness. That's when it now becomes evil. But from the initials, right? It's just for to make sure that the woman is okay. Your husband has died. Allow us take care of you.
I want to ask Mira a very personal question.
Sure.
You know, you mentioned that your mother said, or your mother will say something like, do not marry outside of, this place. Now you're growing, you're a big woman, and you're eventually marrying. I want to ask, how would you frame your own future children mindsets as regards intercultural marriage?
To start with, I was able to tell my parents that I can marry from Akoko and I can marry from Ijebu or Ekiti. Okay, we often
so you restricted it to just the Yoruba still.
That's what I know the most, right? So that's what I can talk about. I'm from Ondo State, right? We believe that, I'm from Ondo Town. We believe that in Ondo Town, you're not supposed to marry someone from Ondo Town. Not because of anything, but because we believe two strong personalities cannot come together. They will clash. That's the only reason. We believe that you cannot marry someone from Ekiti. It's believed that someone from Ondo and Ekiti are very strong people. They are stubborn. They don't give up easily. They don't back out. So we believe that character trait. So we believe that, okay, for character trait not to clash, we don't want them to come together. One person will not bend for the other person and it will be disaster, right? But that doesn't mean if I should find a good young man that comes from Ondo State, I would not bring him home, rather, my bad. I would not bring him home. People are now growing. Our parents are now on Instagram. Our parents are now David Adeleke and Chioma got married.
Beautiful combo.
Do you understand?
Lord,
so they are now starting to say that okay, we feel like Ijebu people are fetish, but not all of them is actually fetish. We believe that because they are rich, Ijebu people are rich, they are fetish. Okay, they, according to what they said. An Ijebu, I think one day, one charm or something. We believe that we should not go close to them. But when you find an Ijebu man, maybe in diaspora is even fine, maybe in Lagos. Some of them don't even claim Ijebu anymore. Do you know that? Yeah. They will claim their mother's side because they believe that, okay, Ijebu, no run. Yeah. So when you tell your parent that, okay, this person is a very good person, whatever his parents, whatever you think about their own generation does not work. That is the same thing I intend to teach my own kids.
All right.
They have the right to choose.
All right, we're going to take a short break. This conversation is very intense on this table. When we return, we'll look through it more in-depthly. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, viewers. It's Still Ways Breakfast, and we are discussing the impact of cultural differences on relationships. I was going to say something before we went on a break.
Okay.
I have a confession.
Confess.
Personally, really, I actually love intercultural marriages.
What's
I think
your parents thought about it?
because they are traditional people and because they are just like every other African parent that we know, 80% of them, I don't know how good my statistic is, they all have this ideology that do not marry outside.
Definitely.
So it's not just one parent or, I mean, that's how their mindset is. But I honestly really love that combo. You know why? Because you are going to be blending unique cultures together and the output of that marriage is going to be fantastic. Imagine having a child, Ngozi Adeosun.
Hell.
I mean,
Hey, I didn't see that coming.
it is so beautiful. I've had people. I used to be so intrigued in secondary school, even in university, when I meet somebody and I get to hear their full name, and then I'm hearing one Igbo name, one Yoruba name. There, I feel like you have it all together.
Hey.
It's beautiful. And if we start looking at it from that perspective of a perfect, unique blend, I think we're losing our guard. You know, I said that our parents make us believe that. But do you know that some young people still
believe
actually
that.
hold to that belief?
Yes.
And then we're pushing for social integration, we're pushing for harmony. Yet, the basics of relationship, I mean, there are some people that don't even like to be friends with other tribes. They feel like, Igbo people, they used to cheat.
I've heard that a lot.
Yoruba people, they are, I want to say something. I don't want to say. I'm not going to whisper. Different things. So I feel like what should really be done to help that mindset? Let's take it from there.
God's beauty, can you marry a Yoruba man?
God's beauty. Let me answer for her.
Oh, your answer. Let me see what your answer is. Hallelujah.
She cannot.
Oh my God.
God's beauty cannot.
So that's the thing here. I don't know if I can or cannot. I don't think I can answer that. But what I can say
You
is,
know your answer deep inside of you.
no, I don't. Do you know why? Because I can speak Yoruba. I love Yoruba people.
Yoruba
right?
is still very
I
far
love
from
Yoruba
good.
people. I literally love all tribes because I feel like I can speak like 4 languages, not very well, but
Bilingual.
exactly.
Multilingual.
Like, yeah, I don't understand what you're saying, but continuation. So literally, I want to explore, right? So I think it just depends on the person. Now, speaking to what we can do, first of all, each and every one of us, you see that the reason why, if you listen to our parents, you hear them say, oh, don't get married to this person, don't get married to this tribe, don't get married to this particular jurisdiction and all of that. And that's because of a certain kind of belief on how bad their character is, on how they behave and all of those things. So I think we first of all need to start working on ourselves as individuals. And there's a friend of mine that I think we were having a conversation, and there was this other babe too. She's my friend. She's Yoruba. Her name is Dolapo. So me and this guy, we are Igbos, right? And we were having this normal conversation. And I was telling him that, there's this thing I want to give this babe. I don't know if it's work and all of these things. And he's like, sure, fine, she's good. But you know, Yoruba people, you cannot really trust them like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what he said.
Wow.
That's what he said. And it now begs the question of how are we behaving as individuals? How do we even carry? See, it's not enough. It's not enough to say, oh, I'm from this place, right? And you want to change the perspective or how people see you. You have to first of all start working on yourself as a person. Now, I have an issue with people. If I can have a conversation with you and in the 2-3 minutes I already know where you're from, I don't like it. Do you know why? Yeah, I don't like it because
Where should I put my A and H in Trisha?
Am I in
Can you imagine this person? See, the thing is, when you bring out those kind of things, there are people that are still dealing with the whole, I don't want to talk to you about people. First of all, you have to teach them or show them your unique self. As I am right now, you cannot tell that I'm actually Igbo. See, people.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I don't know about other people, but I actually do prefer it because now when you now get to know that, okay, I'm an Igbo person, or if you have a different perception of who an Igbo person is, I've at least changed it. So when you're saying, you're like, oh, this guy is different, or even though she's an Igbo girl, and that's how we change.
Okay.
That's how we work on it.
I get you, God's beauty.
I get
it
how,
starts
but
from
okay, maybe you should say
We
yours
as normal human beings, let's start accepting ourselves. And it starts from the correct pronunciation of our names. It is Anuluakbo.
Ha, wahala
Do
don
you
dey o.
understand? It is I used to call Emeka. I used to call it Emeka.
Emeka.
You notice that my
Emeka.
Yoruba is coming in. It was later I learned the correct pronunciation of not Emeka. It's Emeka.
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 I didn't know
Thank
that.
you. Now,
I used to
in
call
diaspora-
Anu Oluwakwas Anu.
No, I've never had an
I
issue
think
pronouncing
it is-
Yoruba names.
I've
Funny enough.
actually
I would
had.
just use
I
the
feel like that
phone
name is a
whatever.
common issue among other tribes.
wow.
Anu Oluwapo. They don't know how to like pronounce that anymore, which is
Aisha will
fine.
use
So
phonetic
imagine a
pronounce it.
child that
It's on
has
you, bro.
Yoruba parent and Igbo parent. I mean,
how lovely.
see that combo.
Now let's talk about character traits that Godsbeauty mentioned. Out of the country, it is believed that Igbo people are always very reckless. Talk of Dubai, talk of the US. They sell everything. They are the ones selling drugs. They'll be the one cutting. You know, Dubai has very strict policy against drugs. You will see Igbo guys selling drugs. You will see them selling. If they want to do one thing for you, they are selling. Ask them if you want to buy Naira. Or you want to buy, you know, they change, I'm trying to remember the currency they spend. You will see them, they'll be the one doing all of these things because it's believed that Igbo guys are industrious in nature. But in Dubai, it is believed that Igbo guys are the bad guys. In South Africa, at least the few countries that I know of, in South Africa, it's believed that the Igbo guys does all the dirtiest job you can think of. It is believed that, okay, Yoruba people always pride themselves in Omoluabi. I am not saying that, yes, there's this bad thing on Yoruba people, we are promiscuous in nature. Let's accept that. It is believed that every
Thank God
Yoruba...
you mentioned it,
Yeah, I
that thing,
know.
because
Where I hail
Is that
from,
not
it
where
is
the word
believed...
Yoruba demon came in?
Where I even hail from, we have that very serious tag attached to us. Like, okay, even put our females and our males, or you can see our females having more than one husband. It is very attached to us, right? It is not believed that, okay, it's believed that when push comes to shove for a Yoruba person, this person is just promiscuous. But when it comes to other traits, he's very good, he's humble, good, he can cook, he can do this, can do that. But for Igbos, out of the country trait, how do you guys portray yourself? In Nigeria here, when you go to buy something in their stores, they will protect you. You can park anywhere. They will protect you. Even when FRS ones come and tow your car, they will not let them tow your car because you came to buy. I love that unity. I love how they stand for themselves. But is it applicable to marriage? If I want to, the price they will sell for an Igbo person, not the price they will sell for a Yoruba person. Why is that? The price an Hausa man will sell onions for a Yoruba person is different from the price an Hausa man will sell it for an Hausa person. Why is that? And we are trying to talk about, let's foster unity. Let's come as one. If you should bring me to, let's say I want to marry your brother. I'm trying to remember his name again. Emmanuel.
did I tell you that?
You said Emmanuel, so you just...
Are you
you
serious?
just entered my head.
Let's say I want to marry Emmanuel. And I came to your house. Obviously, I'm wearing abaya to respect. And I'm kneeling down. Mommy, I can't aroma. I'm
My
very sure
mom
she's
will carry you up
expecting-
quickly because what's she doing? Stand
Billy,
up,
Billy,
one
Billy,
name.
Billy, stand up, stand up.
Emmanuel, Bia. And they went to the girl, we'll go to the kitchen, and then this Ofi mad people that you want to marry,
This
they
is
cannot
different,
walk. This.
Now,
We were
Mira, don't be
deceiving
discouraged.
ourselves. I am
Oh my
You know,
already
that thing you
discouraged.
mentioned now, I think that's what discourages a lot of younger people from marrying outside. Not because I get into school, I see a Yoruba person or a Hausa person, I don't like the person. But it's the fear of dealing with in-laws and dealing with their perception of you. That's what really pushes people away. I mean, an Igbo girl can actually like a Yoruba person so well.
Definitely.
Like, oh, I
Talk to
love
me
this
direct.
boy.
A Yoruba girl that likes an Igbo guy.
Imagine.
But because of the in-laws, I'd rather not tread
You'll
that
be
part.
wondering, like, how are they going to receive me? How are they going to look at me? And that really, changes everything. You were going to say something, God's beauty.
Okay, so when she was saying the whole tourist and all of that outside the country, I've not heard that before. But what I would just say is, you already know that Igbo men are very industrious in nature. We are up
We
our
are
games.
family people.
You are thinking of one. We are in 100 because literally we have to double the money. We have to double the hustle. We have to keep the word, the dogo silencer. Hallelujah. So because of that, I feel like we now have to start indulging in other things in order to make money. And that's where it takes us to the things you're complaining of. So I don't think that has anything to, I don't know if I should say that has anything to do with the ethnic, whatever. I think it just depends on the person as an individual. Because there are other persons too that go outside there
They are
and do
awesome.
things, do things without having to indulge in any criminal activity.
Yeah, let me read some comments on our YouTube page. Ephraim says, the person upbringing matters. I was raised in a mixed community where I was free to interact with other tribes, and my parents never discriminated. My longest friendship is with an Igbo man. Oh, that's beautiful. And Charlene Edwards says, it's so sad that Nigeria is so tribalistic, which is a hindrance to the progression of the country.
I agree. This makes me remember, there was this time in my life where I was looking for a job somewhere, and we entered into the place. So it was more like, I think we were like 4 or 5 inside. And he's a Yoruba man. Sorry, I want to say this one.
That's fine, go ahead.
He's a Yoruba man. And the next thing he now asked, oh, where are you from? After we called, like, we said our names and all of these things. And he said, where are you from? This one say Imo State. Where are you from? This one say
Abia State.
Where are you from? This one say Abia. Where are you from? I said Imo. This one, where are you from? He now looked all of us. And I said, so all of you came together so that you come and take away my seat. I'm like,
I'm Igbo.
do you know he didn't give us that job because we're all Igbos? Honestly speaking, like, we didn't get that job because we were Igbos. And like you said, we'll keep complaining of there's no unity, there's no progress. I think for some we that are younger, thank God we are all Gen Zs on this table. We need to sort of start working. Who are you?
My age?
You're like, how old are you? Are you? Should I say a baby
Forget
boomer?
this baby face.
Hallelujah.
But the change starts from you.
Definitely, I already said that.
I should be
you
able
know.
to get married to someone from Calabar or someone from
the
Delta or someone from the.
Do you know that religion also? You see what she said now? Which north?
No,
Because I
the reason I don't want to go to North is I'm already thinking of my parents. Can them to play to
That's another thing. I feel like that's another reason why our parents don't want us to get married to other tribes. Yeah, because I think, okay, there was this thing my mom was telling me. She was telling me about my dad's I think my dad's elder brother, the wife, the daughter. Oh, sorry, it's too long. But shout out the daughter, my cousin, So she got married to. I think she got married to some, I don't know, but a tribe that is very close to the north, Kogi or something. And it's quite far from Imo State. So my mom was saying that's the problem. That the girl's mom was complaining that as they want to travel now, if she's coming to our village, she'll have to first of all go to her husband's village, that's Kogi, before start coming to our own village. Now, what kind of long process is that? But assuming she got married to someone that is Igbo, there's no stress. I say, hey. But honestly, I feel like that's one of the reasons why they don't want us to get married, because they're like, you're too far. Why? Like, that place is too far from your own village.
As we begin
That's
to,
another one.
I think we should start talking about the way forward.
Okay.
We need, as individuals, to start bearing what we think, what our parents told us. Igbo people are bad. We need to start. They are actually not bad. Meet an Igbo person and see that, okay, they're actually a lovely person. I've met Oluchi, I've met God's Beauty.
Hallelujah.
They are sweet people. I've
Met
met
Shola. So
they are actually lovely people. If you can by chance get married to someone out of your tribe, please do that. Have Adeosun, Adetayo, Adetayo, Ebuka.
Hallelujah.
Idris Namdi.
I sent money to a guy and his name is Yakubu Adebayo. He has like 3 names.
Nice.
You were there. Even I'm like, bro, where are you from?
Honestly, we're just the ones that see ourselves as very diverse. I'm sure
Yeah.
extra people, they see us as, Africans, Nigerians.
Yeah,
like,
they actually think we are
together.
one street.
Yeah.
But I have a friend in Kenya. Do you know it? Like,
So many people they post about Kenya. She said, Tasha Jones as well, said, look at Kenya, which has various tribes, but they are working together to revolt against evil government policies, and they are winning because they are winning, causing changes as well. So
That's
unity
an
in
interesting
South
part.
Africa, they have that problem. South Africa are so, they will not, they someone that speaks Xhosa, we not marry someone that speaks Zulu. And I'm asking, we are all South Africans. We all have the tiny waist. Why can't we marry each other?
Please, I want to drop this one. Have you noticed that the same Igbo mother that will tell you that don't bring any Yoruba person to this house, don't bring any Ndofe Manu, can agree when you want to marry someone from United States of America.
That is
now different.
That was
now
always
money.
used to bust my head.
No, this
So you
is
can
not
allow me
Yoruba
go
in
to Canada.
diaspora.
No,
There's not a diaspora in the nation.
This is white
Yoruba
person.
in
They'll say, you
diaspora.
can marry Oyibo.
Well,
Marry Oyibo, but don't bring any Kunle to the house.
So we as a person should just try to bear our thoughts. Yoruba people are not bad people. Yoruba people are not promiscuous. Yoruba people, yes, we love eating palm oil, but then that's peculiar to us. There's some Yoruba people that don't even like.
Not add pepper.
We love to
People
eat
like
our
rodo.
pepper. We love that spicy pepper. Rodo. We love that
Yoruba
spicy.
people, don't be scared of the marriage rights of the Igbos.
No, to be honest.
See,
Why
people
do you
have...
people used to have long lists?
Which
What
long
do
list?
you mean?
Why do you have long
list?
lists?
What do you mean?
That thing is a myth, oh.
Really?
It's a myth. I mean, it's not
It's not-
everywhere.
I feel like they even write the
you saying
list
it's a
based
myth.
on
No,
based on
The
you
way
say-
people
you
have
say-
exaggerated it, you almost feel like it's impossible to marry
it's
from
true,
that place.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
So it's actually a myth. We are now
It's
dissolving.
not like it's
no,
a myth.
no, it's not
You
like
go
it's a
pay,
myth.
but
You guys are confusing yourself.
We're not confusing.
In
No, no.
Yoruba family,
Okay.
okay, now let's speak about our marriage, right?
Oh,
In
yeah.
Yoruba family, we collect 42 yams. You collect bags of clothes, a
42
box
yams?
of clothes. Yeah. Collect bag of clothes. We collect palm oil. We collect groundnut oil. We collect adun, alligator, all these things. Although
Oh,
we
Jesus.
compromise.
okay.
Right now, yam is expensive. They can tell you to just bring 15 big yams and then use balance up with
You know,
something
when,
else.
when you said that 42, that was the first thing that came to my head. Do you know how much is yam?
But Igbos are not ready. They rather
Oh
wait
my
for a
God.
richer suit or to come and pay that 400 lists that people wrote. People
I
used
kind
to
of
write it
disagree.
based on, oh, my daughter get degree. My daughter and a doctor.
I
Maybe in
agree-
some
I agree
parts,
with
so,
you.
but I think in my own place, maybe because my parents are both Igbos. My daddy told me that he paid 60 naira to marry my mom.
What about the bright lists?
What are
The
they
bride
buying?
price
Do you
list.
know
But
what it
that's
is?
then.
Do you know what is the 16
But
naira
then,
then?
maybe now, maybe the
it's a lot
60
of money
naira is
now.
now 6
Maybe
million.
It can't be
To
6
To marry
million.
Oluchi.
Can't be 6 million.
Now I have
naira
a brother for you now, I'm scared.
Hey.
Let him come.
What's his name? Idris.
No,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
this is
yeah.
a Muslim name.
Oh, okay.
We didn't even talk about religion as much. Did you notice that? Because, I mean, you mentioned you were going away from the north, and the north are predominantly Muslims. They are
Yeah.
Islams. And
Very
Igbo
well.
people are Christians. I haven't seen an Igbo Muslim before. It's
there is,
so,
though.
so rare. So
There
imagine
There is.
an
I've
Igbo
met one
person
before.
you have.
Yeah, when I
haven't
was
met any.
7,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
president that
There
handed
is.
over to me, his name is Ahmed, is from Edo State. I
That's
was
the south.
shocked. Yeah. He stays in Edo State, but he's from Igbo parts.
And he's a Muslim.
His skin
There
color,
is
I was
actually.
shocked.
So that
to the
religious
bone.
differences also make us,
Why is it that you guys don't want to date someone that attends Redeem Church? Because you people are Catholic. I feel like Igbos have this strong this thing.
Why
Catholic
is this one on
Catholic.
Igbo people?
That's what I feel, right? That's what
Let's
I
let
feel.
her have the
Oh, yeah,
stage.
yeah. No, go on.
Go ahead.
Go on.
What else
Go
have
on,
we
there's no
done?
time.
What else
You
have
guys,
we
we
done?
keep attending Catholic to Jesus will come, and we don't want someone to marry outside of the Catholic Church. Don't talk of white garment church. People that attend white garment church. You
Mostly what Yorubas.
None of us in Yoruba, because in my own church, we have more Igbos. In fact, they have people that don't understand Yoruba in my church.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
Let's speak
Igbo people that
PG.
go to.
What about Egun people? What do we not say? Semen, all those names.
Semen.
I'm trying to remember their names. So we really you don't have to. The fact that you don't believe in my church or in my tradition doesn't mean you should condemn it. If it can't work for you, shush your mouth. Don't badmouth it to another person. Don't badmouth it to your children. I feel that's what our parents didn't do right. You're already putting the thoughts, oh, le share Wokeji, oh, le fe Ijebu, oh, le fe Kiniko. What if I find someone from Ijebu?
Apologies to our
that makes me
non-speaking
happy?
Yoruba
Yes,
people.
my apologies. I was saying, a Yoruba person will tell you cannot be a second wife. You cannot get married to someone from Ijebu. You cannot get married to someone from Akoko. So let's not badmouth it. If you are not from our side, you are not from our side. If you cannot marry an Igbo person, let it be you. Don't badmouth to someone else. Igbo people are awesome people. They are beautiful persons. I love Igbo traditional marriage. I love that.
See,
I love
what-
Yoruba
what I
traditional
want-
I think
marriage,
my
the
cup
whole
around-
Ashoke. I've been
Oh,
seeing a
for
lot
me,
of
I
Ghana
love to
Naija
pass my
weddings.
cup. I love to
Love
pass my
it.
cup around and then kneel down, give
Bele.
night. I love it. I don't know. I love it. So if you can be a part of any tribe or marry out of your tribe, stick to it, but don't badmouth it. Don't teach your children because I think we're already living in our future. So don't tell your child not to marry. There is Igbo and Yoruba and they are beautiful. There's Hausa and Igbo. Look at what is
see
displayed
this
on our screen.
combination.
And they are beautiful. Asan, Ebuka, they are awesome people. So let's not badmouth any religion or any tribe.
So speaking to religion, yeah, I feel like religion is kind of a bit different, and this is why I say so. So I see people that are Christians get married to Muslims. I don't have an issue with it, right? So let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
But somehow I feel like if it might not be you it disturbs, but it will disturb the children at the end of the day.
How?
Now, let me give an example. You spoke of the fact that someone that's going to redeem would say, oh, don't go to Catholic, or someone from Catholic and all of these things. Now, there's this story I heard of a man and a woman that got married. The man is a pastor, right? The woman too had God's calling, according to her, but she has not started utilizing it then. So I think as they got married, as time goes on, they have children. As time goes on, she now felt like, oh, it's time for me to open my own church. So the man is like, no, but you can come and pastor in my own church. She's like, no. So she opened her own church. It now kind of separated the family because now some children have to go to daddy's church. Some children have to go to mommy's church and all of those things. Now, you already know the back and forth on Muslims and Christians. It only takes probably an educated person or someone with a very good 2 cents to know that there's actually no big issue when it comes to being Muslim or Christian. You see me say both prayers. Like, I literally know everything I'm supposed to know, both for Christians and Muslim as well. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, I do, down to their prayers, right? So this is not me saying, oh, they are bad or anything. But I'm just saying that it's either if these two religions are to come together, it's either they educate their children very well. If not, it's going to be an issue.
Yes.
So it's not be the same as an Igbo person getting married to a Yoruba person. That's quite different because, I mean, it should be a cultural difference. There's no big deal. Today I go to mommy's house. I can always go to daddy's place too, right? We have found a way to kind of subtle the both of them and make both of them work. But when it comes to Christian and Muslims, we are yet to get that balance here in Nigeria. Because there's some, I know many people that don't keep friends, Muslim people that don't keep friends with Christian people.
Yes.
I know Christian people that don't keep friends with Muslim people.
Yes.
Do you understand? So if these two people are to get married now, you now hear cases of, my wife, they go church. Even and Jeremy, she they go. And then you now also see some, I mean, there's a lot.
I think we should just wrap it up with don't judge. The fact that he's a Muslim doesn't make him a bad person. Although I know there's a difference between Yoruba Muslim and Hausa Muslim.
There is. There's
yes,
a very
but
big
don't
difference.
judge. Do not judge. Don't be the one to judge a Yoruba Muslim for being a bad person or a Hausa person for being a good person. Don't judge. You can't marry a Muslim person. Don't even try dating a Muslim person. I'm not saying you should not be friends with them. They are awesome people. My favorite colleague in my previous office is a Muslim. I still say it to tomorrow. I love the fact that he was my friend. He's one person I'm so grateful I met in my entire life. Right. So there are awesome people out there. Don't judge anybody and don't say, oh, Muslim, no go area. I know people often judge, oh, because Christians, we do not cover our head. We can wear some certain things to church.
We fight
ourselves.
One person from deeper life will say,
we're not holy enough.
enough.
Some people are fetish. No, that is not just to say.
So everything streams line to what we learned in sociology and what we learn in school. Some of these things are just theoretical. Thank God for the NYSC approach that seeks to integrate people together from different culture.
Yes.
It's about time we start taking tolerance very, very seriously. Because it's very appalling when you see two young people. You're just 17 and you're like, that's an Igbo person, Yoruba people. I was going to say something that you said I should mention. So there's this girl in my class. This is a joke, by the way. We're talking this tribal war and all of that, and then she mentioned Yoruba people are very dirty, and she was eating. Guess what happened? What? She got stuck. The bone entered her throat. And it was like judgment from the Most High. Oh my God. It's like, Yoruba people are very dirty, Yoruba people are very dirty, and then she got stuck. So I think we should really break out from that stereotype. Be much more tolerant, be much more, be free with people.
Please, include Lagos landlords. Stop saying my house is for Yoruba people alone.
Yeah.
Stop saying my house is for
Lagos
Igbo
landlord,
people.
in fact, a whole lot of things.
It happens.
Apart from
It's a
tribe,
menace.
This whole tribal thing, it's a big deal.
It's a menace.
It's a big deal.
You will
really
not give
need
out
to
your
work
house
on
to a
it.
Yoruba person. You will not give out your house to someone that attends a certain church. You will not give out. No, we are all human beings. We are all Nigerians. We are one in Nigeria, a landfield of milk and honey. God bless Nigeria.
Listen, I like it.
As we begin to wrap up the show, I'm staying with my claim that I love intertribal marriages.
Love it.
Shout out to the Femi Adele shows and the Ngozi Idris everywhere in the world. Till tomorrow again, this is Two Ways Breakfast. We'll catch you tomorrow. Stay sharp.